Can a bookmark be a great gift? Yes, it can, but it's all in the way that you package them. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a custom-made bookmark holder with your Cricut. Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa S of By Vanessa S and welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. You know what I have to say before we get started. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and definitely ring the bell so that you'll be notified of new videos as they are released. Let's get to it. So bookmarks, I love making bookmarks, but more than that, I love giving bookmarks away. You may not notice about me, but I'm a published author, and this summer I released 2 new books. So when someone purchases my books, I like to give them a gift as an appreciation for being a customer. I'll give you all the information on my book later, but right now we're talking about bookmark holders. So when I give a gift, I don't want to just hand someone something or just put something in a bag. I like it to be elevated. And I feel like bookmarks, because I make them myself with resin, I'll do another video on making bookmarks later. However, when I'm giving a bookmark away, I don't want to just drop it in a bag or drop it in an envelope if my books are shipping or something like that. I want to do something to elevate it. And this is how I am with all my gifts. I want to elevate it. So with the bookmarks, what I decided to do was create this holder and customize it. And so that's what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. Now, this is an easy and simple project. When I say easy and simple, it is easy and simple. And I'm going to show you some things that I do just to customize and elevate it even more. So it's very versatile. You use cardstock. I would suggest a thicker cardstock over a thinner cardstock, and foil for your design. But you don't have to use foil. You can actually use pen design, watercolor design, whatever suits you. And of course, a tassel. And something that I want to show you right off from the beginning is that when I designed this holder, I designed it specifically to have the tassel. And what you'll see is, you see the little hole at the top? That little hole right there? I created that hole so that it could hold the tassel, and then what you can do is you can tape the tassel in the back. And so when you're shipping it, it's not, or when you're giving it away or however you're doing it, it's the tassel's not all over the place and you're not ruining the tassel. And then when they get it, the only thing they have to do is remove it, just like that. See? So let's get into it. I'm going to take you to Design Space and show you how I did it. Okay, here we go. So I'm in my design space, my Cricut design space. And I've done some pre-work because I'm going to show you how to do it, but I also want to show you what I've already done and what it looks like so you'll have a visual. Now, the size of your bookmark holder is going to depend on the size of your bookmark. In my case, the bookmark itself was 5.5 inches high and 1 inch wide. So my bookmark, of course, is going to be a little larger so that it can fit. My bookmark holder is 2 inches wide, which is double the inches wide, and 6.5 inches high, just a little higher. The main thing to keep in mind when it comes to the placement of your cuts is going to be having it wide enough to where the bookmark can actually get through it without any, it needs to be a little snug, but it doesn't need to be tight. and it needs to be able to move freely through both cuts. Now, these are the cuts here, and I'll show you how I got to this. But anyway, so again, if we look at the design, I chose to have a rectangular design. Notice the edges. It can be square. You can do square. You can do circle, whatever you want to do, because it's your bookmark holder. So I have my bookmark holders here. Now notice that I have, there's two things that I want you to notice. One is, I'm going to detach this so I can deconstruct it for you. I'm going to ungroup it. Or did I just group it? Okay. All right. So notice these elements here. This line here, this line here. These are two cut lines. Notice up here I have it as a basic cut, but this line here and this line here, these are my cut lines, okay? And again, the placement of the cut lines are important, but you can adjust them. What I did the first time I made these, I measured it out, then I made them. I noticed that it was a little bit too snug. It was a little bit too hard to get through, so I adjusted the lines. I wanted the lines to be, and these cut lines don't have to be in specific places. What I did was I spaced it out enough to where I would have room in here, in the center part. I wanted room in here to add a design. Now, another thing that I want you to take note of, you have the cut lines. That's where your bookmark is going to go through the top and come through the bottom. But notice this little oval thing up here. I purposely added that. I custom added that. And the reason why I did was because I wanted to have the bookmark string to place through it so that I can tape it on the other side and tape it down so it could be a neat package. So that's the reason why I put that there. And it's, again, so what I did was I took an oval, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So, okay. So let's start from the beginning. Now that you see what I've done. So I'm going to take a shape, in this case, a rectangle. And this, you can, again, you can do this any kind of way you want to, but I'm just going to do this type rectangle. I'm going to turn it around this way. And I already gave you the measurements. So the measurements that I'm going to use is the 6.5 by 2. This is going to be 2. And this is going to be 6.5. I'm just going to type it in. And again, I'm going to turn it around. Okay. Now, I like to give it different colors. I don't like working with black in this case, so I'm just going to make it green, okay, so that I can see it. Now, I took a shape, this shape, the half circle. Again, you can do whatever shape you want to. I just use the half circle. So I turned the half circle around. And I just wanted it to be small enough, and I'm going to give it a color. I just wanted it to be small enough so that I can get the string through it. Give it that blue. I'm going to make it small because I just wanted to get the string through it. And what I like to do is I'm putting it in, I want it to be centered. So I'm going to put it up here in the center like this, and then I'm going to bring this back. And so notice that mine here are smaller, but this is just fine too. It just depends on how you want to do it, how you feel like doing it. You can make it come out some. But for this case, I am just going to let it be just like that. We'll put that there. take and make sure, take this back to 6.5 and lock it. Okay, now here's where I'm going to use the lines. I'm going into shape. I'm going to get this line here, and then I'm turn it around. And remember, I said that the one thing you're going to have to do is determine the best place to place them. Now, when I did the first one, I determined that I wanted the lines to be here. I wanted it to be like a quarter, and then half. That's how I measured it out. So this would be a quarter, okay, and I don't want this to be a score line, so I'm going to change it over here and make this a cut line. You want it to be a cut line because you want to cut. And you also don't want your line to go to the very end, because if it goes to the very end, it's going to cut straight through, and what you'll have is 3 pieces. You want it to cut just enough to be a slit, okay? Just a slit. And so I'm going to duplicate this. I know what size I want. That's the size. And then I'm going to take it down here. Okay. And so now I have my bookmark holder, but it's not finished yet. I do have the slit up here, the little round slit, the notch for my string on the actual, what do you call these things? Tassel. My tassel slit. I have 2 cut slits here, and then now I want to decorate it. Well, I already have this created, so I'll use it. But if you wanted to find something else, like let's say a spiral, which is what I have. Let's get a different spiral. You can find a spiral. Okay, let's choose one. Oh, this is pretty. Let's take that. We're going to add this to the canvas. All right, it's rather large. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to resize it. Okay, then you can add it there like that. You want to make sure size, and then you want to make sure, so this says cut right now, but it doesn't need to be cut. We're using foil. So we're going to make it a foil design, and that's how you would do that. And then I'm just going to take the thank you here that I had. Let me unattach it. I'll take this thank you and put the thank you here. Go ahead and send it to the back. Bring that to the front. There we go. Make this a tad bit larger. And there you go. Before you go to make it, you want to put them all together and you want to attach. This way, when you go to make it, it's going to all be one. It's going to be one bookmark, and it has all the elements that you need. And that's how I did that. It's really simple. So now let's go and cut. We're going to go and make the original design. This is such an easy project and so quick to do that it's ridiculous. And I love it because it really lets me elevate my game. So what you'll need for this project is some cardstock. The heavier the better. I'm using these because I've cut them for other projects and I have them left over like scrap so I can use them. You'll need some foil paper, some tassels, and of course the bookmarks that you've made. All right, so let's get into this. Because I have different colors of bookmarks, because I use the glitter and various colors, and I have various colors of cardstock, I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to use these foil sheets, and based on the color, I'll decide which color I want to use. So like for instance, this blue here, I think silver is a good color for it. And for this purple, I think this rose gold, I think the rose gold would be good. I like using the smaller sheets because the smaller sheets, for one, they're easier to handle, and then you don't have to waste them if you're not going to use them, like if you're not making large quantities. Another thing you should have is this tape, and this is to tape these foil sheets down. Now I always find these to be a bit tricky because it's almost like they're static and they move. So I try to hold them down, but then I'll go back and adjust them. For this project, you'll need your foil transfer tool. I have it set for medium, so this is the one that's for medium. It has the two rings around it. Just put it in here. And then after the foil transfer tool, it'll ask for your cutting tool, which is going to be the fine point knife. Okay, now my bookmarks are cut and foiled, as you can see here, and have different colors. I got this bag of tassels off of Amazon, and I think it was 20 colors, 100 pieces. It wasn't very expensive. I don't remember how much it cost, but I like it because they have a lot of different colors. So, okay, so you can take like I said, you can take the tassel, put it in here, comes out the other side, and then take something and just pull it through. And of course, do it just like that. You're gonna do it just like that, okay? But here's where the assembly of the bookmark cover comes. Okay, the bookmark holder. These two cuts in it, you want to slide it through on one side. So you're going to slide it through on this side, and then you're going to slide it through the bottom. Okay, now what makes mine unique, what I like to do is, you see this hole up here? Let me see. Can you see that hole? I cut that hole purposely, okay? And the reason is this. I slip this down like that, and then I'll put the tassel in the back, and then just take some tape and tape it down. And there you have it. Easy, very affordable to make, and it elevates a bookmark. If you're giving it to someone as a gift, it just elevates it a little bit, just provides you a little bit more of an elegance to it. Okay, so that was super fun and super quick. Now these are beautiful, okay? They're absolutely gorgeous. And like I was saying, that adding something as simple as this little cut up here for the tassel just elevates things, right? When I give gifts, I really and truly like to elevate whatever it is I'm giving. It doesn't have to be expensive, but if you package it properly and give it an elegant type feel and you make people feel special, and that's really what this is all about, making people feel special, it works. So you can use any color cardstock. You can use any kind. I use foil with this. You can use any kind of foil colors. The tassels, you can get them in packages. And I'll drop all of that in the description box where I got everything. Mostly made with Cricut products. And this is what you get. Now, I will do a tutorial on how to make these blinged out bookmarks. I will, so be on the lookout for that. So I'll do that at another time. But today, it was all about making the bookmark holders. Look at this. This is just gorgeous. Elevate your gift giving game. And that's what this is all about. So remember, everyone, this is how it goes. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Ring the bell so you'll be notified of videos as they are released, and subscribe. That is extremely important. And be on the lookout for new videos because we have some really good projects coming up and I definitely want you to be involved. Okay, and so that's it for me. Until next time.